Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Wait, I covered up the microphone. Is that better? Better. Okay. Shabbat Shalom again. I love that.
Still.
Perfect. It is wonderful to be here with Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur in our rear view mirror, which means that 5783 is firmly implanted. We are firmly in the new year. And I hope it has been a good year so far for 10 days. Well, 12 days.
So far, so good.
12, no, wait, we're not 12 days. We're almost 13 days into the new year. And it is once again Shabbat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with our intention. Let's take a deep breath in. And release. Another deep breath in, and think about all of those things that were difficult this week, that were challenging, that you struggled with. And when you release, let go of all that was hard. One more breath. The sweetness of Shabbat is upon us. We breathe in that special time, that special sweetness that can only happen on Shabbat. And release. We continue with setting our Shabbat space and intention with song on page 10, Ma'afeh Hayom. We turn now to light our Shabbat candles. If you would like to light your own set of Shabbat candles, you may come forward at this time. We turn to page 3. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offering of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We continue with Kiddush on page 4. The heaven and the earth were finished in all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God stopped on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on that day, God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Bare peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lemase v'reshit, ki hu yom techila למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים.
Our opening reading is not found in your book. It is called Shabbat is the Place by Alden Salovey. Shabbat is the place where time and space meet without questioning how the beginning began or how the ending ends. Shabbat is the place where song and silence meet, blessing each other with the gift of rest. Shabbat is the place where dreams and angels meet, yearning together for a world of peace. Shabbat is the place where holiness and eternity meet, praying together for the world to come. Page 28, the Baruch Hu, our call to worship, we rise in body or in spirit.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Page 31, we read together. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. Page 34, 35, the Shema, we sing together.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavcha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha, vedibarta bam, beshivdecha bevetecha, uvlechtecha vaderech, uvshochbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, vehayu letotafot beineinecha, Uchtavtam amezuzot beitecha uvisharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Michamocha is found on page 40. As you turn to that page, Michamocha is a reminder of the Israelites' freedom when they took the time, as soon as they crossed the Red Sea, to celebrate, to look back on the journey towards freedom, instead of being daunted, which was coming, daunted by what was in front of them. They took the time to celebrate. Sometimes we forget to celebrate where we've come from. We only look at what's in front of us. And so as we think about the Michamocha, we can think about the celebrations of what we've been through.
Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot osef eleh, Nora tehilot osef eleh, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Malchutecha ra'u v'necha, rokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Ze'elianu ve'amru, Ze'elianu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Yai lai 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 lai, Yai lai 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 lai, Yai lai 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 lai, Yai lai 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 lai.
Page 42. Hashkivenu is our evening lullaby, and sometimes in the summer when I introduce Hashkivenu, it feels a little bit weird because it's an evening lullaby, and now it feels a little bit more on par. It is a prayer and a song that asks for God's protection when darkness comes, for us to know of God's presence when we need it. When evening comes and darkness, things feel a little scarier, a little different. So we ask for God to provide for us a sukkot shalom, a shelter of peace.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom, lehamidenu shomreinu lechayim, ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha. God, wrong from right. Amen.
page 44. Abraham Joshua Heschel, as you know by now, one of my favorite philosophers and theologians, taught that what Judaism makes sacred is time, and that what God created first was time. And so we celebrate time, we celebrate Shabbat, and we sing Vishamru, page 44.
Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti leolam, oti leolam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. There's another one. Et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. It's like Groundhog Day.
It's the Shabbat after Yom Kippur is always a little bit of a challenge.
A little bit punchy.
Page 46, the center of our liturgy, the tefillah, where we refocus ourselves, which is exactly on key, exactly on cue. We refocus ourselves. We remember that we stand upon the shoulders of our forefathers and foremothers. We recognize God's greatness, and we sanctify the Shabbat. We will chant straight through, starting on page 46. Please rise in body or in spirit.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah, Rav lehoshia. Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech cholim, Umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, lishenei afar, michamocha ba'gevurot, umido melach, melech meimid umechaye, umatmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukedoshim b'chol yom yehallelu Selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated. As we turn to page 60, we take a moment to think about all of that for which we are grateful, and we sing Shalom Rav together.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech hadot lechol hashalom, ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam.
Normally, at this point in the service, we would move into our prayer for healing. We are going to, this Shabbat, have a Torah service. Before pandemic, we had monthly Torah services, and we are going to return to regular Torah services. So this evening, after our moment of silent prayer, we will have a Torah service, and we will do our healing prayer during the Torah service. So please take a few moments for silent prayer and reflection.
Yi'ul ratzon imre fi. Yi'ul ratzon imre fi. V'hagyon libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri megoali. Oh, may the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart be acceptable before you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, ve'imeru. Amen.
Torah Service Seder Kriyat Torah. We will turn to page 244.
Ein kamocha
Please rise.
Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kemasecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha bechol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch leolam vaed, Adonai oz le'amo yiten, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. What do you think's next?
I think we have differently cued services.
Okay.
Assemble the people, men, women, and children, and the strangers in your cities to hear, to learn, to revere Adonai your God, to observe faithfully the words of this Torah, and let the children who do not yet know it hear, that they too may learn to revere Adonai your God.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udevar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod. Ki chol bashamayim uvaretz, ki chol bashamayim uvaretz. Lecha Adonai hamamlacha v'hamid na'aseh lechol erosh. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, haolam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, haolam omed. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim.
Thank you. So, I'm not telling you to sit down yet because we're going to do a group aliyah. Anyone who wishes, you can sit down, but anyone who wishes to be up here and have me do the aliyah up here is welcome. Anyone who would like to be seated and do the aliyah, because you don't want to come up here, please do the same. But everyone in this room, and if you are at home and you want to say the blessing, say the blessing. But anyone who wishes is welcome to do the aliyah. Are you going to join us from over here? Wonderful. Awesome. All righty. Hi. I'm great. I'm going to read from right here. And this is and you're going to stand and do that right from right there. Awesome. So this is Parshat Ha'azinu, the second to last Torah portion. Here's the end of the Torah. Second to last, I know the feeling. Second to last Torah portion. And we are reading about the very end of Moses' life. And if anyone who's doing the aliyah wants to anyone? Okay, right there.
Right where?
Right here. Ready? You want? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach,
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'alim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah. Amen. All right, so this is Parshat Ha'azinu. It starts here. These last two Torah portions are very short. So this here, what I'm not reading, is a poem. It's Moses' last words to the Israelites. The rest of the Torah portion of Deuteronomy is the entirety is Moses talking to the Israelites. Moses knows that he's going to die, and so he's very eager, almost desperate for the Israelites to listen to him, so that when he dies and isn't a leader, you can hold it, that would be awesome. And when he is not there for them, he can, his words stick with them. So this poem is the last poem in the Torah, Ha'azinu, and these, they're not what I'm reading, but Ha'azinu v'shamayim v'daber, give ear and hear, give ear to the heavens and listen to my words. It's the last things that Moses says, and then Moses' last words, and then I'm going to give the very end of this parsha. Vayidaber Adonai el Moshe, and Moses, is that right? Yeah. And God spoke to Moses, be'etzem hayom hazeh, in that very day, in the very day that Moses stopped speaking, Lemor, saying, Ole el har ha'averim hazeh, go up to this Mount Abarim, Mount Abarim, Har Navo, Mount Nebo, Asher Be'eretz Moab, which is in the land of Moab, Asher al Panei Yericho, which is over, facing Jericho. Vira'e et Eretz Canaan, and you will see the land of Canaan, Asher ani noten livnei Yisrael, which I have given to the land of Canaan, which I have given to the children of Israel, la'achuzah, as an inheritance, as an An estate inheritance. It's like both words. Very good. It's like both words together. It's more than an inheritance and it's more than an estate. It's like both of them together. An estate inheritance. Vamet bahar, and you are going to die on the mountain. Asher ata ole shama v'ha'asif el amecha, and you are going to, you're going to die on the mountain which you have climbed there, and you will be gathered to your people. V'cha asher meit Aharon achicha bahar hahar. It's always so Behur hahar. Thank you. Which I lost my place. There it is. Okay, so just the same way when Aaron died and he was gathered to your people. Aaron, your brother, died and he was gathered to his people when he died on the mountain. And he was gathered to his people. Yes. Al asher me'altem bi betoch b'nei Yisrael. And why is this happening? So let me just get my bearings here. So this is happening because, I'm going to read this whole sentence because it's really hard to translate. So, Asher ma'altem bi betoch b'nei Yisrael b'mei merivat kadesh bidbar tzin al asher lo kadashtem oti betoch b'nei Yisrael. So basically what happened is the reason that you're being gathered to your people is because you, and here the English is mostly like broke faith with me. You did not like lift me up between the children of Israel, among the children of Israel, b'mei merivat kadesh, when we were at Merivat Kadesh in the wilderness of sin, and you did not make me holy. Lo kadashtem, see the word kadosh in here. You did not keep my holiness amongst the children of Israel. That's why it's better to do the whole thing. Ki mineged tir'ah et haaretz. So therefore, mineged, you can see from away, mineged, like over and against. You will see the land. Ki mineged tir'ah et haaretz v'shama. You will see from far away the land. Lo tavo el haaretz. But you may not come to the land. Asher ani noten livnei Yisrael, which I have given to the children of Israel. Yeah, I'm not as much in practice as I used to be, but it is really fun. So we're going to do more Torah reading. So let's do our blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yesher koach. Thank you, everyone. Yes, it's time to bring Torah services back. So we are going to, as you sit down, take a moment for healing prayer. If there are names of loved ones who are in need of healing, whether it be a healing of body, a healing of spirit, you are at home, please lift up in the chat those whom you love. And if there is anyone here in the congregation who is struggling, whether it be a struggling of physical illness, emotional, mental illness, difficult times, please share those names now. It is traditional to have Misha Berach during the Torah service because Torah has given us strength, and by sharing these names, we will gain strength from each other and from Torah. We join together in healing song.
sing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberachim otenu, makor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
It's customary to lift the Torah high so that all may see what we have read. So it's my pleasure to ask our Executive Director, Brett Schenkman, to come forward. We will dress the Torah and immediately return it to the Ark. So page 256, as we lift the Torah high. Please rise.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. Al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
Thank you.
It's lemachazikima v'tomechecha meushar derachecha darchei nom v'chol netivotecha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Kodesh Kodesh Yomeinu Kodesh Yomeinu kekedem.
We continue with Aleinu on page 283. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else.
V'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lemelech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai Kol I can't do this. Bayom Adonai Echad. Thank you.
Please be seated. It's her fault. I don't even know what I did. We turn now for our moment of memory. Our reading is not found in our prayer book. Actually, that's not true. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. On this Shabbat, it's my sad duty actually to inform the congregation of the death of Harry Lehman, father of Matt Lehman. The service will be October 19th in Columbus. You should receive or have received a bereavement notice in the email. And we remember the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of death that fall on this Shabbat. David R. Bamberger, Philip J. Braff, Esther Block Bressler, C. Philip Crystal, Hattie Hyman Dettelbach, Corinne Levy Einstein, Reynold Ellis, Martha Mendelker Fischel, Max Friedman, Walter A. Goldsmith, David J. Goodman, Jack Kossover, James J. Cooks, Maurice J. Lakritz, Sylvia Stoddard Louis, Philip Lustig, Lena Klein Rubin, Rose M. Schultz, Julius Stern, Isaac Stone, Louis B. Stoddard, Julius Union. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we turn to page 294 for the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divra hirute v'amlich malchute, b'chayechon v'yomechon, uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'izman kari v'imru, amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yit hadar, v'yit haleh, v'yit halal, shemei dekudusha barechu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and give comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say together, amen. Please be seated. My pleasure to invite Irv Katz to come forward to share some greetings and announcements. That's for you. Yeah, because they can't hear you on Zoom.
Oh, all right, cool. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Rabbi Van and Deb, for continuing to provide us with spiritual meaning and support during our most important time of the year. As always, we express gratitude for our dedicated STKA staff and leadership, with special recognition to our board, ushers, and members who have volunteered to help us throughout these high holy days. And now some announcements. We were absolutely thrilled to see so many of you at Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur services. To see you in person again was a joy for all of us, and the number of you attending online added to the spirit of our celebrations. All services are available to be viewed on our YouTube channel. And now we move on to Sukkot and Simchat Torah. This Sunday at noon, join us to decorate the sukkah and have lunch with us. On Wednesday, join Deb for songs and s'mores in the sukkah at 7 p.m. Next Sunday at 5, we celebrate Simchat Torah and then share a light dinner afterwards at 6. Be sure to follow Temple Times regarding both activities and how to RSVP. While we are still enjoying our first trimester classes, registration for second trimester is open. Members' priority registration ends October 14th before we open it up to the community. And there are lots of great offerings once again. So our tent classes resume this Sunday, October 9th. And please note that fall gatherings are getting ready to begin. So please visit the website to learn more and to register. And lastly, we continue to comply with CDC masking guidelines. Cuyahoga County remains yellow this week, indicating that for temple activities, masks are recommended for those with high risk factors. As always, refer to our website or Temple Times for current COVID policies. And that does it. Shabbat Shalom.
Well, thank you. I think we should sing a closing song.
Yours isn't on either? Okay. Let's sing in Kelohenu, shall we? Page 322. Do you want to look on?
Have at it.
Ein Kelohenu, ein Kadonenu, ein Kemalkenu, ein Kamoshihenu, mi Kelohenu, mi Kadonenu, mi Kemalkenu, mi Kamoshihenu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Emalkeinu, Nodel Moshiheinu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshiheinu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshiheinu.
Please rise for our benediction.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May the light of God's presence shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yis Adonai panav elecha ve'yasem lecha shalom ve'yasem lecha shalom.
May God lift up each one of us and bring us shalom, peace, and wholeness. And motzi.
Yes.
And challah.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. The Te'avon.
B'te'avon, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.